Okay, so we have just finished blow drying and round brushing our beautiful guest here. She does have a little bit of damage in her hair, so you want to make sure that's 100% dry, so that's why we went in and round brushed it, and it also helped lay down some of her layers. But as you can see, she does have shorter layers in here, and she also has some new face framing layers. So she wants to know how to curl with the flat iron. So we are going to show you how to curl this hair type, about medium length. It's a longer length, I guess, but she has some shorter layers, and be able to get that to blend and not look super kinky, and then also just getting it to flow with the shorter layers to the longer layers. So first things first, since after your blow dry, you're going to go in and you're going to section it. So you're going to start in the back, in the nape of her head, and you're going to clip everything else out of your way. For her hair type, she's a little bit more fine, and you know that she's a little bit more damaged and damage prone. So I'm going to go in with iron shape, and I'm going to do a mist, and then we are going to use the flat iron. We are going to take an inch section, so the same width as your flat iron. You want to know this because you will educate your guests every time that you curl their hair. So this is, you'll keep the nose up in the air, you'll come in, you'll go over and smooth that hair first. You're gonna go in and you're gonna start twisting right next to the head, pulling it down, and you should create a ribbon curl like this. Do you see how this end is not super straight, but it's also not super curly? So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna do the exact same thing, keeping the nose out in the, or up in the air, spinning close to the head, and still going straight out from the head. Now I'm going to switch directions, and I'm going to go back away, so that when we get to this side of her head, we are away from that front part of her head. First section. Now we're going to go in and get another section. Still a small enough section to handle. I'm not taking any of her smaller pieces around her face framing down at all. So this is the next section. You're going to take your iron shape and you're going to mist. And then you will go in and you will take an inch section, smooth it, nose up in the air, back away from the face, and pull straight out from the section and let it fall. Okay? Straight out from the section, let it fall. If you were to go in and you started taking smaller sections, you are going to have a tighter curl and it's not going to blend well. So we're working on one style of curl right now, and you want to do all of those pretty cohesive. Especially since this is all of the longer layers, you want it to be able to blend. Switching my direction to come straight out from the head. Making sure that you are staying close to the head as soon as you spin and coming straight out from the head. And if you know if you get curly already, go in and just pull it a little bit with that. So as it cools, it's going to cool in the actual right curl. And you're not going to have to go in and fix it as much. So we just did 2 sections on her of her flat iron curls. So I'm just going to go ahead and put all of this down because she does have these shorter layers in there and I want them to blend. So she has her part. We've already blow dried it correctly, so it's laying very nicely. Already has that beautiful curtain bang. So the key to getting a curtain bang or face trimming to lay correctly is in the blow dry. So if your blow dry is wrong, curling it's not going to fix it. Flat iron curls aren't going to fix it. Go back in and re-blow dry, re-wet it, and re-blow dry it. Then go in and do your flat iron curl. So I am going to start with the money piece here, and I'm going to mist my iron shape all over. And she wants it to be very soft. She does not want it to be tight curls. So after I've done all of that underneath, you're almost going to take a triangle section. So it's going to look like this. Okay? Rather than taking one slice, that's how you get Farrah Fawcett. So this is what's going to give you the curl that you want. So it's not coming straight up from the head. It's actually gonna come straight out from the section or over directed a little bit. So since she has those shorter pieces, I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna softly wrap. And I'm going very soft. And it should lay like that. So do you see the difference between this side and this side? Now I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna go off of that section. So the top section is not always the same as the bottom. The bottom you can do 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. This top section you cannot. It is all going based upon the look that she's going for. So now I'm picking up sections. Obviously you can't go in and pick up way bigger sections because it won't blend with the bottom. So you have to go in and pick up sections that you know, but as long as you're within that 1 square inch, 1 square inch, you can pick up a triangle, you can pick up a rectangle, as long as you're not longer than your bevel here, and you're not wider than it. So, that being said, so you can see here, this section is going to be a little bit bigger, it's going to be a little bit longer as well, but it's not past 1 inch. It's going to be controlled. I'm also not pulling up here, as I said in all of the other sections, because I don't want her to have pink sticking out everywhere with those shorter layers. So I'm bringing this and blending this shorter layer in with her longer layer, and that's how you get it to look more cohesive, okay? So I'm going in and I'm gonna do that again. Still going back away from the head. Now I'm going back in and doing the front section, just like we did on the other side with the triangle. So here's her triangle. And I'm going to warm it up, come in, and I'm going to go back away from the face, slightly over directing it towards the face. As you can see, beautiful. They still have this little hammock looking section, and then it's going to go back away. So now I'm going to go off of my triangle section and create whatever shape I need to create balance on both sides. That's the other key of flat iron curl, is creating balance. Just because you can do a flat iron curl does not mean that they should maybe have that flat iron curl there. Going in and actually creating the look is very important to get the photo finish.
Yep. Well, look at us. What are we gonna do with this? We were talking about the messes, that's why.
So some people might say this is like 2 curls. I'm gonna do it a little differently. I'm actually going to take like a section almost on top of it, right in the middle, and I'm gonna do 1 curl.
So that's what we're going to try today. So do you remember I'm going to have you...
And then I'm going to split this one in 2. So that was about 3 curls. And I'm going to bring this one back away.
Was it in this? Was it down? Okay. Yes, okay, so we have, here's have the curl class.
So this is what she should look like
And they didn't have a straight and a
before you start messing with it. Okay. Now for the final touches. So making sure that it is perfect. So we want it to be photo finish. Like obviously like this could be fine. She could go, whatever. So making sure that it's all cool. I've already sprayed some Fashion Work 12 on it. It is a very workable hairspray. It is the best one for being able to manipulate the hair after you've already styled it and after you bring your fingers through it, and if you need to touch up anywhere as far as that goes. So I've already sprayed that on there. The more you touch a curl, the more frizzy it will get. So I'm going in with a 1.5 pump of argan oil, and I'm gonna put it on like lotion, because I'm gonna go through and I'm really gonna go through her hair and really stretch out these flat iron curls, okay? So again, going in, touching it, making sure it's cool. That's the biggest thing. Now, I'm gonna go through and I'm gonna make sure that I get the argan oil everywhere, and it will help me make sure, and you can pull on these curls as much as you want and move them and whatever, because they're not going to go anywhere if they were cool by the time that you touch them. So I'm going to do the same thing on this side.
Are you going to go to Sam's and all that today too?
I have to go to Sam's, pick up
Okay.
And nothing, couple other things. I'm really working the hair. So if she wanted to, yeah, I could let her go like this. It looks very cohesive. It looks great. It all blends. But we want her to be photo ready. So this is perfect. It's amazing. It looks great. But if you were going to take a picture of it, I can already show you that this is not marrying correctly and it's too curled in one spot. So now that you put the argan oil in there, you're going to go in and you're going to hand select those pieces. So you're going to go in and say, right here, you see how the curl's all the way down there? So I'm going to actually probably marry those two sections. So now we're marrying them. And you're going to go in and you're just going to create different curls from different sections. And you're just going to kind of blend them. Still doing the curl the exact same. But you want to make sure that they are not having any pings or spider legs, as I like to call them. And sometimes we like to go in and really just pull on it and flat iron it, but sometimes it actually takes a little bit more of a bevel. So say maybe that one just didn't get touched enough. So coming in and really rounding that out, you can see how that lays better than that, correct? So going in and I'm really gonna detail that. And I'm still beveling it. I'm not going in and just pulling it straight out from the head because that's what that does. It makes it like a broomstick. So going back in and either recurling that entire section to have it blend for your photo, or going in and just detailing that little bit. And you can see how that blends together. So now I feel like she looks very, very good. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna use a little bit of pomade because she likes texture and she's gonna go a few days. She's probably gonna wear this for a few days. So we're gonna go in and create texture. And we're gonna create softness around her face. Also, it's going to help her keep that new part and that new bang that we did out of her eyes. So I'm gonna go in with Dry Shampoo Paste 05. And I'm gonna take just a little bit and I'm gonna emulsify it until it turns white, 100% white, or clear, I'm sorry, white to clear. And I'm gonna go in and I'm really gonna put it on those front pieces so that I can manipulate exactly what she looks like. And if I go in to touch it during my photo shoot, so they don't have to stand there for so long, you can go in and you can touch it. So go around the whole head.
It's good. It's out here.
Huh? Looks good. Yeah? I need the stuff that she used yesterday.
After you've gone in and you've gotten all of the dry shampoo paste everywhere you want, finish it off with a little bit more fashion work. And voila, she's photo ready.